So today we're going to start a new series here on the channel. It's going to be called Programming in SAM Basic, which is the programming language and operating system that ran the SAM Coupe, which is a computer that was originally produced in 1989, I think, or late 80s, and then it continued into the early 90s, and then they removed it from the lineup. But because of emulators, we can now mess around with it later on, because now it's 2013 and we can still play around with it, even though it's pretty hard to find a SAM Coupe. So yeah, we're going to jump right into it. And so today we're doing variables. So on the screen right now is it's pretty much a small program on. It's going to show everything we're going to be talking about today. So on line 1, as you can see, it says let string 1 and then the $ equal hello. So I'm going to explain a little bit what the let command does. It sets a variable to a certain thing. There are two types of variables we're going to be working with today. That's numeric and strings, which are letters, sentences, words, stuff like that. So on line 1, we're making a string variable, and as you can see, there's a $ at the end of the variable name. That's because how names work with string variables is you get 10 characters. You could do any 10 characters. Spaces don't count as characters, but at the end you have to have the $ for it to be a string. And then on line 2, we use the let command again, but this is for a numeric variable, which I called var2. For a numeric variable, you get up to 32 characters that you can work with. Spaces, again, don't count, but you don't need the $ with a numeric variable. And then down here we have a print command. We're going to go into depth with this later on. Pretty much what this does is going to print string 1, and then right after it prints string 1 on the same line, it's going to print variable 2. And then on line 4, this is the clear command. It will erase all the variables you've created from the computer. And then there's 5. On line 5, it says it's going to try and print string 1, but it won't be able to do it because we cleared it. And I just put that in there to show exactly what the clear thing does. I just like to let you know before we start the program that in the description there are links to the emulator that I'm using. It's called SimCoupe instead of SAM Coupe. It's SimCoupe. And then also in the description is a link to the user manual from the SAM Coupe, sort of copy of it. And then, so if you're confused about anything or you want to go ahead and learn on your own, it's a pretty good resource down there. So now we're going to start. So to start our program, we're going to type in run. We'll go more into depth in every little thing on it later. So as you see, it gave me an error message. If you looked at it closely enough, you would have seen that it started, say something, it printed those 2 variables, but then it went away because it found an error. And then I'm just going to press enter to go back here. And now if you see, you'll learn more about this later. But what I'm doing right now is just clearing line 5. And now what you'll see is it will work when I do run, because it's not trying to print a variable that's not there. And then, again, because I put the clear in it, it doesn't show the printed text any longer. I'm going to remove the clear again so you can see exactly what the print command is doing. So now, as you see, it printed hello and 3 because those are what we told it to print. And notice there's no space. If I wanted to put a space there, I'm going to have to put it myself. I'm going to rewrite 3 so that I will get a space. Just to show you how you would go about doing that if you wanted to do something, if you needed a space. See, now there's a space between it, which is what we wanted. You can also do stuff where you add specific variables to other variables. So in this case, we're going to take we're going to print out variable. Actually, we're going to do something a little bit different. I wasn't planning on doing this, but might as well do it anyway. So we're going to let variable 3 equal variable 2 plus, because we can do mathematical equations on this. I will go into that later as well. So we're going to do var3 is equal to var2 plus 3. So this should equal 6. And we're going to put that in there. And then on the next line, we're going to print var3. Okay. What I just did was I didn't run it. I mean, I didn't put it into there. What I intended to do was put it into that, but I forgot to write 5 at the beginning of the line, so it didn't do that, and it decided to run it outside of the program. So now we're going to do this the right way and print var3 and put that on line 5, and then we're going to run it, and now it'll work. So then see 6, it did the addition. And that's pretty much it for this episode. Subscribe so you be notified when the next one comes out, and continue exploring this on your own. Bye.